Hi Gemini and welcome back to Divinely Feminine. Hope you guys are doing well. Excuse me, I'm drinking my my coffee. Okay. So you guys are confusing people. The song that I'm getting though now, I had to sit with your energy for a little bit. Um is the Marvin Sapp song. And I believe that song was I had my share of ups and downs times when there was no one around. God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. Okay. Also, I'm being brought up earlier in the Aries reading. Someone said cards can't tell the future. Okay, so I feel like you already know something. This is what's happening. You already know something, or you already are ahead of, you know, the ones that you're around, the ones that you were appointed to lead or called to, for them to follow you or whatever, or something like that. Okay, this could be as simple as you becoming a pastor or a preacher, or either mm, it could be like you going into a leadership position or role at work, or having to take on the responsibility of your children, or either this is you coming into a higher consciousness of yourself. Okay, there's greater responsibility that is here that's awaiting you. All right, Gemini. But I feel like there's something just made a loud noise in the kitchen and nobody's in there. So there's a lot of activity that's going on around you. All right. I'm also hearing something about the knee baby, maybe wanting some of your attention, or you may be the knee baby. God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy, Gemini. Okay. I'm also hearing battle cry. We have the Three of Cups that's coming out here. Um, I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate. You know, you're gonna be able to be happy no matter what the situation is. I feel like the universe has you in mind. So whatever it is, whatever you're being called to or led to, you have the devil here. So I feel like whatever you're being called to, led through, or whatever the situation may be, here, Gemini, you're going to get the victory of it. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna get the last laugh, ha ha, ha ha. Like that's what I'm getting. Like you may sound robotic to someone as well, or you feel, unreal to someone, Gemini. You're confusing people. Okay, so I feel like you may be going through something, and on the surface, like beneath the surface, you're in shambles, all right, but you're also grounded. Okay, I also feel like that battle cry that you have, there's a certain select few or members that can actually really hear you or feel you experiencing or going through this. Like it's a select few. That's the reason why a lot of people are not coming to your aid or asking you, are you okay, Gemini? You know, do you need this or do you need that? Because their energy does not suffice. Okay, their energy does not suffice. Their energy is not able to aid you. They're not able to help you. I also feel like you have like, you know, people that are standing in false light around you. Okay, you may be seeing that and that may be confusing you. Okay, you may be like having a spiritual awakening, and if not, I feel like you just may be seeing like the false light around you. Okay, God may be opening up your eyes to the ones around you. I'm also seeing like Bible verses or something like that. You may still be esoteric, okay, or learning esoteric knowledge or into occult knowledge, but God is who you surrender to, who has your heart, who captures your heart here, Gemini, okay? God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. I've had my I had my shares of ups and downs, times when there was no one around. That it keeps repeating. God came and spoke these words to me. Praise will confuse the enemy. I feel like you need to sing it out, like sing that song, but sing it out. Sing um, through your ups and your downs. Okay, I feel like that is the highest form of um surrender, or like that is your victory. Okay, singing it out, music, you represent love. Okay, so you are the universe's or God's, best creation. All right, the most divine creation, which is love. If we don't have love, we have nothing. Okay, we are nothing. Let's see, Gemini. Something just fell out the deck and I can't find it. Hold on. All right, so what's coming out here is death for you. Okay, so I feel like you may be going through a awakening, or either there are things that are falling away from you. Like I feel like there's some type of rebirth that's happening around you, and that may be or dark night of the soul here. Okay, um, well, your reading feels extremely spiritual. Like, there's a higher energy here that has a hold on you, or direction or dominion over you at the moment in your life, and how things are going to play out, what events are going to play out, or how I feel like the universe is like taking control, okay, of what or how things need to play out. Like someone is speaking on your life, all right, or the life of you or your children or something like that, and you know the God, whoever it is that you commune to, God, universe, source, the Omega, is reclaiming you, okay, reclaiming your victory, reclaiming your life, rebranding you, bringing you out of bringing you out of the rubble, you know, like the dirt. Your reading feels extremely spiritual here. Okay, so it may be I know you may be being reintroduced to church or something like that, but it's okay. It doesn't matter here. We have the sun. Like I said, I feel we have the sun. All right, the sun. I'm getting the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit here. That's what I'm getting. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's what I'm getting. Okay, but if it's not, this is representation of your soul. All right, the soul, solar, the soul, the sun, the solar system. Okay, so yeah, you may be experiencing a rebirth or rebranding of some sort. This is the sun. It may be your sun and moon sign that is pivoting right now. I know we have Pluto entering into Aquarius, so this may be like a weird energy for you. We also have that Scorpio new moon that's happening for you as well. But the real stationary, the real transit is not, we're not moving into Leo, which they said we were. That's not the real transit. The sun is actually moving into Scorpio. We are actually moving into, Pluto is actually moving into Aquarius. Okay, so like I said, there's a confusing energy here. I feel like something, like everything's being set straight in your life or in your energy now that these shifts, these planetary shifts or transits are happening. Okay, so I feel like, what was turned around or confusing, or what was done on purpose before, right? Is now being corrected or changed, or the course of it is being corrected here. All right. Tell me more. for Gemini. Yeah, we have the Hanged Man. So I feel like, you're getting like spiritually enlightened, or your awareness or discernment, or either your eyes, like I said, are being open to focus, to seeing the vision, to seeing your life, to seeing something completely different here. Okay. Whereas your path may have been very jagged, and um, you're I feel like you were walking down someone else's path, and now you're walking down your own. Okay, you're setting the record straight. Like the world is setting the record straight for you, Gemini. Okay, I also feel like I'm hearing that music soul child song love. So many people use your name in vain. So I feel like, that's the truth. You represent, love. A lot of people use your energy in vain, Gemini. Okay. We have the Empress here at the bottom of the deck. You may be an Empress when someone made you feel like you were a peasant here, or something to that effect, or something is being changed. You have the Hierophant. Excuse me, you guys. My baby just woke up. Okay, so we have the Hierophant that's coming out. Like I said, um, I feel like the record is being straight. Documents are coming out, like spiritual records. Okay, things are being accounted for this time around. I feel like this rebirth here that's happening. I'm sorry, I gotta get my energy right. I feel like this time around, um, there the your record is actually being like placed in the, why is it trying to slip me, the Akashic records. Okay, like I said, I feel like you were living someone else's life. Now you're living your own existence here. You're being freed from some type of, I don't know, switch up here. I don't know, I'm getting switched at birth or something to that effect here. Okay, you could find out something like your name is not really your name, your birth is not really your birth, your family is not really your family, your birthplace is not really your birthplace, or something to that effect. Your social security number could not be your social security number. It could be something like that weird, okay? But since it's happening here in the physical, it happened in the spiritual realm as well. We have the Hierophant, the House of Contracts here, okay? I want to get your advice. I don't want this to be too long. I feel like I need to leave it there. What is Gemini's advice? What is Gemini's advice? That's too many. All right, so we have, it's time to come home. Goddess of the Sea, abundance, purification, and ego. This is number 34. That's the one that landed on top, so I'm going to take it. All right, so it says Goddess of the Sea, abundance, purification, ego, and treasure. So the affirmation spell here is I'm coming home to where my soul calls me. And like I said, we have the soul here. We came out with that, right? It says the fisherman has a long and challenging journey. He has been casting his net for fish, but the fish do not come. His soul is starving and he longs for more. Suddenly he sees a shining light in the distance, a soft purple glow that he decides to follow. It leads him to the goddess of the sea, her ruling element being the force and symbology of water. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are. She can show you she can show you what you need, not just what you want. And if you are willing to know, she can show you what you're. She can show. Oh, y'all, I'm getting all mixed up. Where was I at? She can show you what it is you need, not just what you want. And if you are willing to know, she can show you what is soul versus ego. She takes you beyond your false needs and false self. She shows you a world of true spiritual abundance. The fisherman symbolizes the ego and its endless desires for hunger and more. Yet he is searching in the wrong places and is never enough. He plunders the sea and gets lost in the vast expanses. It says after all his searching for more, he has never felt less small, insignificant, and empty. It says even though an abundant sea lies beneath him and all around him, the goddess of the sea dissolves everything that is not true or rooted in soul. It says this can be painful, as we all have our vices. She is powerful and represents the endless abundance of water, its purification power, and the cleansing it brings. Pulling this card is the affirmation of her awakening within you. You're starting to notice more of what is not true. That was what your whole reading was about. Is as you're realizing more often when you are casting a net of false treasure, the things that used to sparkle have become dull and undesirable. You feel called towards what is real for you. You're becoming less and less like the fisherman. This card also is a big sign to watch extra closely where you are fishing. The sea goddess calls you near and has much to show you. You are close to her. It is time to come now. Release your net. You won't need it much longer. So the affirmation the manifestation enhancer here is reflect or journal on the fish you used to catch in your net. Um, what? Reflect or journal on the fish you used to cast your net for. Forgive me. It says acknowledge the false ego desire you no longer seek or catch. Appreciate the times you have chosen to come home. Instead, reflect on anything now that feels misaligned for you or anything that doesn't seem to shine like it used to. This is your sign to let the net loose. Like I said, this reading was about something false here. Something being in the wrong place or in the wrong position, or something false or wrong about, your situation here. Um, and I feel like it's your desire now to see it, or they're trying to show you what is true. Okay. And we do have Leo here. So you may be going through a big ego death as well for some of you on the surface. It may be a big ego death, but it really feels like there's some type of, it's either, I don't know, maybe an ancestor here. It says the sea, the goddess of the sea. So I felt like there was a presence here that was calling you to it. All right. So whoever it is you pray to, whatever the case may be. But anyway, Gemini, I hope these messages find you guys well. And I hope that you figure it out. I hope that the clarity does come to you. Love, light, peace. Namaste, you guys. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I want my channel to grow. All right, you guys. Goodbye.